Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back on productions again. We're back on the Hutchins Hut Productions. No, I know. It's been like almost 2 weeks. I'm sorry, but uh, this last week was just really, really crazy. So I do apologize for not being more active here on the productions. I mean, half of you guys don't even know I had the productions. So, again, the productions, again, reminder this is my second channel, or should we say our secondary channel, that was related to my channel, the great famous HHO Hutchinson, the original. Okay, so obviously, half of you guys that are here don't even know I had this channel until I literally had just told you. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go on a comic book. We're going to go on a comicbook.com. Alright? We're going to go on comicbook.com, which is a division of Paramount and CBS. You guys already know I like talking from that, so that's where I get a lot of my spoilers and other movies, hints, and movie sources from. Okay, so you want to know what's going on with James Gunn and the Superman. Okay, glad you came. So, Superman overtook the MCU's first movie in the global box office. Yes, it has. So, James Gunn and his Superman has continued to go stronger and stronger by overtaking the Marvel Universe. This classic, again, it has outdone this classic in such a way that is quite honestly, it's one of the most interesting features of strength that we have ever seen within the comic book universe and our community where our brothers both like to read books and watch movies and films alike. Superman has already flown past most of the DC Extended Universe movies very comfortably through the universe because that universe, as we have told you before on the original channel, if you are subscribed to my original channel, the DC Extended Universe is a failure. In case your name is Patrick Starr and you did not, and your name is stupid and you didn't wake up and you didn't read the news, yes, the DC Extended Universe is no more. Mostly because their last final entry was Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which, again, I'm very, very, very upset about. And I still am to this day. However, it has proven much more capable than taking out all the rest of the MCU or the Marvel Cinematic Universe for those retards that don't know what the letters stand for. It stands for the highest grossing superhero movie of 2025. Therefore, it beats out Brave New World, it beat out Thunderbolts, and it has beat out Fantastic Four. So perhaps this is the most impressive, most decisive movie that has ever happened in the last 5 years. So perhaps even more impressive though is also the first DC Universe movie to ever beat the first ever Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It has outdone and has overtaken Iron Man from 2008. Yes, I'm not bullshitting you, y'all. I'm not bullshitting you. Superman by James Gunn has now beaten the first MCU film. The first MCU film, Iron Man. It overtook Iron Man's 585 million haul, and now they have a 594 million haul at the time of this publishing. But it's probably a lot more now. So again, bear this in mind. So Superman is now the biggest movie now, and that's ever has been. Okay. However, I still keep getting all these stupid advertisements on my web page because it's always asking me to do this dumbass shit, like take a survey or like look at this stupid advertisement for this stupid car that I'm never ever gonna buy or afford because I'm a broke ass. Yeah. So back to what we were saying. Superman. Yeah, Superman is now the number one best comic book movie. It has outdone Iron Man. It has outdone Captain America, The Brave New World. It has outdone the Thunderbolts. It has outdone the Fantastic Four, the new one. Okay, even though Superman and Iron Man are similar in some ways, well, not really, because one has a suit and armor and one just flies because he's Kryptonian. There's not really much to say. But notable enough, James Gunn in his movie has achieved similar level of success, whereas in Iron Man comes at a time where there were some question marks and many plot of threads that were answered much later in the universe that we both would know. In the time again, the shine of things like Spider-Man 2 and X-Men 2, X-Men United, for those that don't know. X-Men 2 is X-Men United, and Spider-Man 2 is the one in 2004 with Dr. Octavius, or Dr. Dr. Octopus. But again, those have worn off completely. So, those got replaced when Marvel was acquired by Disney back in the 2010s. Yeah, just like the same time, like around roughly about the same time Star Wars was acquired. Okay, I did a whole essay about that as a project in high school, mind you me. However, the X-Men The Last Stand, which is X3, which we know is terrible, Daredevil with Ben Affleck, again, also very terrible, and both of the Fantastic Fours, 2005 and 2007, which both sucked. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, they both sucked. And Robert Downey Jr.'s first movie, again, kickstarts the MCU in a way that when history shows that it has done some wonders in ways that you basic people just cannot grasp or understand. Indeed, there are some raw box office figures that don't tell the full picture, but roughly do because of the way inflation is. And no, I'm not talking about blowing up your girlfriend. No, I'm talking about inflation, like, again, the money. Okay? Based on inflation, the money, not blowing up your girl like a balloon, which I do that sometimes. The earnings say there was more than $873 million in today's money, far above the Superman taken because it's now been now announced as the new best comic book movie. It doesn't account for different rates of inflation again, and then all international markets and global markets as well. Change in the ticket prices, nor the general state of people going in the movies then versus the people who go now. Nonetheless, it just shows how impressive those movies were at the time. Only time will tell if the DC universe can be more successful than the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which right now we're seeing that. We're right now seeing that right now with your own eyes. We are seeing that. But if Superman gets off on a win start, it's true that with the box office, its reception and our critics and our fans alike, even though we have to share the same universe with the critics, so we hate to do that, but we have to. Rotten Tomatoes critics say the score is 83%, which is pretty good, but it's not as impressive as Iron Man with his 94%. However, it still has outdone it in the box office. So remember, this is what we're talking about. Outdoing the movie in the box office. The audience score alone is 91%, and there's a positive feeling around DC right now with Superman. So they share a universe in the first time. So now the bigger test is the bigger test is will we still hold the interest of Supergirl and Clayface? Things are starting to shape up. Superman is currently in theaters and right now on digital. The next movie is not until the summer of 2026, and the movie after that will also be in fall of 2026. Okay, there's two movies in 2026. Reminder, there's two movies in 2026. Supergirl and Clayface. One which is the June 2026, and Clayface is the September in 2026. So, again, thoughts, opinions, comments, leave them below. I'll see you in the next episode.